Going on YouTube? It is Muso9. It is hate week with the Detroit Lions. Week 1. Here we go. We're gone for a little bit, took a little break. Now it's time. Like the offseason move to get Jennings. Like what we did in the draft. Got an A+ in the draft. That was huge to get Xavier Rhodes, Sharif Floyd, and Cordero Patterson. Believe me, those are going to be some dangerous people. I'm just going to get into this game real quick. Basically, what's going to happen is if we're going to win this game, we got to shut down Calvin Johnson, obviously, Matt Stafford. Got to shut him down. Other than that, I don't see Reggie Bush doing a hell of a lot. The defense is a little bit more improved. So, I mean, they're probably a top 15 defense, but I think we're a little better than that. We definitely got a great front seven, and they do though too, I guess. I mean, they got a pretty decent front seven over there. But I don't think the secondaries quite compare. I think our secondary is a lot better than theirs. Harrison Smith, Xavier Rhodes, Josh Robinson. So all those guys, and Chris Cook, obviously. Can't forget about Cookie. And then the only question I have, they might have a little bit of, they might have an edge in the linebackers. I mean, obviously, there's still some question marks at middle linebacker for us. But obviously, there's no comparison to, Chad Greenway. Chad Greenway is just the fucking man, and love Chad Greenway. So, but there might be a question there. Who's got better linebackers besides, Chad Greenway? We already know who's the better linebacker there. So, but anyway, getting back into this real quick. I see a lot of people talking shit on Facebook all the fucking time. Oh, Adrian Peterson's not going to be able to carry the load. He just needs to shut his mouth. Well, y'all, it's not about, carrying the load. It's about the fact that now we have all these weapons around him now. I'm telling you, this is make or break for him by week 3. Week 3 or 4 is probably make or break for Christian Ponder. So, he's got to step up this year. Last year you could have called it his sophomore slump and he made the fucking playoffs. So I'll give him credit there, And but he's definitely going to be, he's just got to get more consistent on the deep passes and a little more accurate. I mean, he's for the most part accurate, but he's got to get a little bit more consistent on those deep passes. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Obviously, I don't even need to talk about Adrian Peterson because, he's just a fucking beast. Seattle, thanks for the draft picks, by the way. I really do appreciate the Cordero Patterson, the Sharif Floyd, and the Xavier Rhodes. Appreciate that. Well, I guess the Patriots traded us for one, too, so thank you, Patriots. Appreciate that. Basically, we replaced Percy Harvin with the draft with a stronger, faster, more reliable player. I know a lot of people are concerned with him because he's only played 1 year in fucking college, but the guy had already, he's just, if he's already learned the playbook, then he's going to be in decent shape, trust me. The first preseason game we played Houston here, he took it back 50 yards, no problem. The only reason why he even got tackled was because the punter got him by the shoestring, otherwise it would have been a touchdown. And then, was it the third preseason game versus Buffalo, he took off and took it to the house, but it got called back because of a holding call. So I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to kick to him all day long, he's going to take it to the house. So, and if you see the back of his jersey, you're not going to catch him. I'm telling you that. He's one of the fastest players I've seen in a long time. And he's just so, he's so movable too. He's just, he's mobile as hell. He goes wherever he wants to. He can go from the right side of the field, cut all the way to the left side of the field and just go. If you watch highlights on him, you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically, this game's going to come down, I think, to a lot of defense and special teams. There's, well, not really special teams because their special teams hoarded, obviously, as you saw last year. Unless they've done something to improve it, I don't see it. This game could come down to so many things. In all reality, it could come down to, Matt Stafford versus Christian Ponder. Who's going to outplay who? But, I look for Adrian to have, to start off the season, Not quite with, 20, 25 carries. I would say around 15 carries for 100, 135 yards and a touchdown, somewhere in that range. And then, Christian Ponder maybe with 220 yards, couple TDs, maybe one to Jennings, Patterson, somewhere in that range, or even Rudolph, someone. But I want to see what these rookies got out on the field for sure in the regular season. I know Xavier Rhodes, he played a couple preseason games and he looked pretty damn good. I mean, one time I think he got burned pretty bad, but other than that, he looked damn good. I mean, he's a physical corner, so, and that's what we're looking for, obviously. I'm pretty sure if Winfield wouldn't have retired, we probably would have went back after him. But Winfield, congratulations, man. Thank you for all the years you spent here. Love you, buddy. Good luck the rest of your career. And that's really all I got to say about that. But, the other thing that really gets me is that if you go on Facebook on these NFC North trash talk pages, it's like all these fucking Detroit fans come out of nowhere and start talking shit. And it's like, why the fuck are you guys even talking shit? I mean, really, what have you done? I mean, let's get down to it. What have you guys really done? In fact, you guys sit there and say, well, I mean, everybody does, and I mean, he does for the, he's not terrible, but he's not great yet. I mean, everybody sits here and says Christian Ponder sucks. But the thing that gets me with that is these Lions fans that say that. The reason being is because and especially Bears fans actually too, I'll get to that in a minute, but in all honesty, Lions fans, what the fuck has Matt Stafford ever done? He throws to one fucking guy, Kelvin Johnson. That's why he has so many fucking yards during the season. He doesn't toss it around. What do you think, Reggie Bush is going to fucking help you? Do you honestly believe that Reggie Bush is your answer? No, he's not your answer. Believe me. He's not going to do nothing for you guys. I mean, if you guys want to believe all the hype around him, go right ahead. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Now, I mean, just really, tell me. Caleb, just fucking tell me. That's the other thing, too. I want to know how the fuck the Detroit Lions have a more all-around talented team than the Minnesota Vikings. I'd love to see that. Because as far as I'm concerned, you have one fucking receiver. One. And Reggie Bush, who hasn't done anything for, I don't know, his whole career. He's the biggest fucking bust of all time, almost. Besides maybe Jamarcus Russell. Come on. Let's be honest. I mean, what have you guys really... What, that Ziggy guy or whatever the fuck his name is? He had a pick 6 in preseason, and that's supposed to excite you guys? Come on. It's fucking preseason, man. I'm not too fucking worried about it. You guys got an okay front seven. With the Dominican Sue, who's a fucking cheap, dirty player. We all know that, but he'll get his ass fucking shut down anyway. Adrian's not even going to see him the whole game, so it really won't matter. Christian's too mobile. He's a mobile quarterback too, so he'll get out of there if he has to. And the offensive line. That's the other thing I want to touch on quick too. But the offensive line, they looked pretty. First team didn't look too good. A few of these preseason games, they got manhandled by San Francisco and by Buffalo. That was pretty ugly. But let's hopefully they got all the kinks worked out, because it's game time. And Detroit, I'm telling you, we're coming, okay? And we're coming for this fucking division too. I'm telling you that. Green Bay is what you don't realize. You could start out 0-3 very easily, without even winking. Okay, if I got this right, you got San Francisco right away, and then you play the Redskins, and then you got Cincinnati. Well, I can guarantee you probably will beat the Redskins. I'll give you that. So you probably beat the Redskins, but Cincinnati is your fucking sleeper team. Watch out. I've already stated I highly doubt the Vikings will go in Cincinnati and win. I don't think they will. I really don't. Cincinnati's a tough ball club. They've definitely come a long way, but I'll get to that shit later on. Let me just finish up with this Detroit shit here quick. So Detroit, in all honesty, if there's any more Detroit fans on here, fucking tell me how you have the more fucking talented team. I want to know. And then you guys disappear right after you start off so fucking horribly. You guys come out of the woodwork in 2011, but then, all of a sudden, you're gone again last year. I know I was gone for certain games. Don't get me wrong. Okay, well, I understand life happens and shit like that. I was gone for some games, but most of the year you were gone, my friend. So, but whatever. I'm not here to hound on you about that. I'm just here to figure out who the hell in the right mind honestly thinks Detroit has more talent on their team, because they don't. And they never really have. I mean, that's just point blank period correct. We didn't have any receivers last year, you know. I know we got all this young receiving core. You know, Jennings is probably the veteran on that besides Simpson, but and then you guys say Simpson's or fucking Jennings is a has-been and all this other shit. No, he's not. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. No way. That'd be like saying Calvin Johnson's a has-been. That's just not true. Come on. Let's be honest. Okay, comparing the two really isn't fair, I guess, but still. What I'm getting at, though, you know, one's 29 and I think the other one's, 27? Somewhere in there. I don't even know his age, but 2 years difference really isn't a lot, okay? He's not over the hill. He's not a has-been. You know, he's definitely got a good 5 years left in him. So, I'm just telling you guys, be ready. Because we're coming. We're coming after this fucking division title. And I'm going to touch on the Bears real quick, too. You know, I see a lot of Bears fans talking shit about Ponder 2, about Christian Ponder 2, until you bring up the whole who's got a better completion percentage. Well, Christian Ponder's got a better completion percentage. So, Bears fans, just go back in your hibernation where you belong, kind of like you did last year, besides drunken tailgater, obviously. We all know that he doesn't hide. But, yeah, you guys just go back in your fucking little hibernation holes and go back to bed. We'll wake you up next summer sometime. So, because you'll probably be in the basement all year. So, that's pretty much all I got. Detroit, get ready to get that fucking ass kicked on Sunday, because it's coming, okay? Fuck you, Lions. Fuck the Packers. Fuck the Bears. Skull Vikings. Here we go, baby.